Well, I guess we can say early rising, happy early rising. It's Thursday night or Friday morning, however you want to call it. Really, technically, it's Friday morning. It's Beyond Babbitt, your host, Brian Anthony, reporting for duty. This is, we got something serious going on here, guys. Um, I've preloaded an article, preloaded an article down below in the description box. And you want to take a look at that. So first, let's go over the article, and then we'll discuss the party that's already going on. Okay. Let me do this. Matter of fact, let me do this. So make sure we don't get interrupted. Okay, guys, so the article down below is from Al Turner. And it's a doozy. It came out sometime this week after the incident that happened in Ukraine with Russia. And it says that combat zone workers are sought for classified operations with the U.S. military in the Ukraine. One of the things you're looking for is like a translator. It's asking for people who apply to be able to speak Ukrainian and English. Not only speak it fluently, but read and write as well. And they say that operations, you're going to be needed 7 days a week for a minimum of 8 hours a day, and sometimes it could be extended up to 12 hours a day. This is an ad that's been placed by the U.S. military. So that would lead us to believe that they're planning something, right? They're planning something, like they're planning Mars real soon. Well, let's look at what's happened in the last 3 hours. The information, the details coming out, sketchy. But it looks like Mars is happening now. There's supposed to have been several explosions over Israel, Syria, and the Golan Heights. Of course, we reported that DEPCA reported that the U.S. is now in charge of Syrian airspace, is now basically in control of Syrian airspace. Since that happened, there's been a gas attack. And so looks like Israel has made several strikes on Iranian bases. There's a rumor that an Israeli plane has been shot down. Israel is denying it, saying that their plane was not shot down. But then again, they used to like broadcast from several military bases. All that's been shut down on the southern border. So we don't know what's happening. So the information coming in is sketchy right now. It's also said that Russia has moved tanks anywhere from 10 kilometers. It's not miles, it's less than miles. 10 kilometers is probably something like 8 miles, if I'm, just by estimating it. So anywhere from 10 kilometers to 20 kilometers from the Ukraine border. Okay. So this is what else has happened. As of early Thursday, yesterday, they're reporting that Trump and Putin were going to have a meeting. Well, by yesterday evening, Thursday evening, Trump had canceled the meeting with Putin, saying because he didn't release the ships that the Russians had seized and the sailors that were on the ships. So it was abrupt. I think he tweeted out that he canceled the meeting. They were actually supposed to meet this Saturday at the G20 summit, December 1st. Remember, we've been talking about December 1st? In Buenos Aires, Argentina. So not only was President Trump supposed to meet with the Russians, he was also supposed to meet with the Chinese. Well, guys, if this is correct, and an Israeli plane has been shot down by Iran, and Israeli military bases have come under fire, and Israel has bombed several Iranian targets and Hamas on the Golan Heights. The world party is just getting started, guys. So what do you think about that? Well, let me know what you think. The information is sketchy coming in. That's how you know it's serious. Because if it wasn't serious, it'd be broadcast everywhere with a spin on it. And so they're not saying anything. Like I told you earlier in the week, several times, maybe even starting last week, 28th would be a big day, and it was. And December 1st, this Saturday, would be an even bigger day. And it looks like the world party has already gotten started. Mars happening now. So we've been talking about preparedness. Man, the moon is looking awfully strange, man. That may be an omen. We talked about the Honduras president, the Honduran president's brother, being arrested last Friday, in Miami for moving large amounts of cocaine, drug trafficking. Federal agents arrested him. And then the Honduran migrants come last week as well. So a lot of pieces in play here. This is 4D chess. So we know how the Israelis are. If their plane has been shot down, it's really on and popping. In the description box down below, there is an article which shows the ad for combat zone workers in the Ukraine to work with the U.S. military. These are the facts. What we don't know is what's actually going on, because there are no pictures or anything on the wall. I mean, no video images coming in, no news agencies reporting it, no mainstream, or should I say lamestream, reporting it. Well, guys, this is it. This is the big one. The memo that I reported that Hal Turner had put out before, around the midterm elections, November the 6th. Well, actually, it was before the 6th that I reported on. We've been talking about it. It said if the Democrats lost on the 6th, there'd be civil unrest, By the 8th, financial collapse. By the 12th, we'd be in war with Russia and China. By the 28th, scorched earth policy. They're going to burn it down. How much of that has come true? We're in it with Russia. We meet with China, supposedly, on Saturday, December the 1st. And Xi Jinping has threatened, if we don't come to some agreement on this trade war, they're basically saying there's going to be consequences and repercussions on the U.S. Well, World Party's already kicked off, guys. Hello, Tactical Cannon Slayer. The World Party's already kicked off. So, we don't know how fast this thing is going to take us, how soon it's going to come to our shores. But we've never had a world party with an invading army steady sending waves of people to our shores before. That's never happened. So some of the Honduras migrant army said they're turning back. Others they said they've been spotted sneaking in through Arizona. Yes. Wait a minute. Armies? Oh. Wow. No, I didn't hear about that. I did hear that there was another migrant army. And I was just going to speak on that from, yeah. Well, I was actually speaking about, in the description box down below, there's an ad for combat zone workers to work with the U.S. military in Ukraine. The world is kicked off. Yeah. So I heard that the El Salvadorians were about to march next. The migrant army about to march next to try to make their move for the border. But of course, we've been hearing that it's mainly all men. There's very few women and children. I watched a little of, I guess it was earlier yesterday morning, RKTNN News. It's on YouTube. Guy speaks Spanish. He was translating there was a reporter with the migrants was translating, and you can hear when they're speaking in their own language, they're at ease, at liberty to say things that you wouldn't hear on the news. Yeah. I had estimated that it would probably be up to 16 million. It doesn't surprise me that they're coming. But those guys were, they were throwing away the clothes and stuff that people were giving them. They said they didn't want them. You know, the clothes for the kids. They said, we don't have any kids. They said, we're all men. It's all single men. That's what he said out of his mouth in Spanish. And they said, well, save them. The reporter was like, well, you can save them and give them to the women. They said, yeah, the women just throw them down too. They just throw the clothes away. They don't want the clothes. So it is an invasion. Medical attention. A lot of the caravan of sick, respiratory illnesses, tuberculosis and things like that. They've treated thousands of cases. Some of them have AIDS, lice, a number of other things that they were saying. Yeah, the weapons come from Fast and Furious. We discussed that a while back. Fully automatic, stashed not only in Southern California, also at the border in Mexico, thanks to the other guy. And so here's what the news is going to do to you guys now. Are you ready for this? They're going to tug at your heartstrings. The caravan, the few women that are there are saying now they're going to do a hunger strike on our southern border to cause a humanitarian crisis. So the UN is coming. They will try to disarm us. think Italy had just come out and said they're gonna not. I believe they had already signed on to the UN Migration Pact, and they're saying now that they're not going to sign it. So they were already in it. They're probably coming out of it. Of course, you know that we were in it, and President Trump pulled us out of it because if you sign that migration pact, the things I'm saying now, I can go to prison for. Because under that pact, there's no such thing as illegal immigration. There's no such thing as borders. Talking like that is they say hate speech or migration speech, punishable by prison. So the few Honduran women that are left on our border in Mexico said they're going to do a hunger strike. It was someone I was watching, Locked and Loaded. Locked and Loaded. You can watch his channel. He talks about it. He's matter of fact, they're sending boots on the ground. He's with some Patriot guys, and they're going to go down there and try to defend the border. And he was making jokes. He was like, "Have you seen those women?" He said they could use a hunger strike. And I have seen the women. I'm like, for people to be so poor and be so starving, they're awfully girthy. And so he believes they're going to get the news cameras around and say, "Oh yeah, we're not eating because the U.S. won't let us in. We're going to die out here, humanitarian, you know." And then they say when the cameras go away, they're going to stuff their faces, you know. But it's for the cameras, so people can be, "Oh, you pigs! Oh, you dogs! Where's your compassion?" You know how the game goes. It's a psychological operation. Yeah, yeah. They're saying 2019. Now we know that back in 1988, the Economist magazine said the dollar would be dead by 2018. You can still see the cover. I've been talking about that for months now. With the eagle. Well, that's not an eagle. It's a phoenix with the look like a cryptocurrency around his neck, like a Bitcoin, and the pile of fiat currencies on fire. The phoenix rising out of the fire. And then the new Economist magazine, actually the 2019 has been replaced. The cover's been replaced, but at first it was one side of the magazine had the old cover from January 1988, and then the other sides, and it said, "Are you ready for a new world currency?" And then on the other side it was totally black, and it says, "The world in 2019." Well, thank you, Jerry Love. And so now they've changed it. Now it's not dark in 2019. They have some strange stuff on there. Yeah. And I was just warning my family over Thanksgiving. You know, they were talking about stocks, and I told them, well, I sold out mine. And I said, I would recommend everyone else do the same. Some people looked at me strange. No one asked why. Another conversation ensued, which was happening, you know, talking about the things going down. Let me say this. The word conspiracy and the word theory were two words that were never said in the same sentence, that were never put together. Because a conspiracy is not a theory, and a theory is not a conspiracy. You have to define those. So you know who put those words together? Central Intelligence. Central Intelligence Agency. And when that word is used together, it's automatically meant to, you turn your brain off. If somebody say, "Oh, that's a conspiracy theorist," oh, no more, we don't want to listen to him. Yeah. So there's so many people that pretty much in a state of a zombie right now. You know, they think the good times, they don't notice anything going on around them. You point out the California fires, you say, look at the fires in California. Why are there still trees everywhere? Why the only thing you're seeing burnt down is metal and bricks? Why is the forest still there? Oh, speaking of that, did you know that, okay, so we just had the Paradise, California on fire, right? Burnt down all the houses and buildings. I'm seeing some strange stuff here, guys. Okay. And, yeah, and so now it's flooding. Isn't that ironic? Now they're worried about mudslides, rescues. So like we talked about, California may be out of the fight. Yeah, thank you, Jerry, I will. So California may be out of the fight. Again, the Midwest, the East Coast has been hit with some type of blizzard. They may be out of the fight. So it's just a few states here in the middle, Southwest and Central, who can defend against the border. Because they're sending people through. Still rumored that I haven't seen pictures of the tanks that are supposed to be allegedly down in Mexico with the Red Star. Why wouldn't they be there? I haven't seen any pictures of the Russian troops sneaking through our border armed. But it makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't they be doing that? The world party is getting started, guys. If I were to give an estimate, I just saw President Trump land in Argentina. He's there now. So all of the world leaders, it's terrible. Because I've been trying to wake people up for the longest, and you get a lot of laughs and jokes and giggles. Even though the things you've been saying happening, just like you said, like domino after domino after domino. And I guess they think, oh, you're just lucky. Oh, it's just coincidence. No, not just saying things, just throwing things out there. There's evidence, there's proof, there's documents. And then you're just linking the rest of the pieces together. It's like a puzzle. And basically, you can see the future. And so what I'm seeing is the bases are loaded. I imagine nothing's going to happen while everybody is in Argentina at the G20, because everybody's going to be there. Unless there's some type of Archduke Ferdinand thing. In case you didn't catch what I was saying in the video I did the other day about Archduke Ferdinand, that was the false flag that set off World War I. They shot him, they killed him, assassinated him. That was a false flag. And all of a sudden, plow, everything exploded. So let's pray for the safety of our president and pretty much of everybody else's president, because if anybody is assassinated, you know what that means. So the world party is getting started, guys. And what do y'all think? I mean, yes, exactly, Jerry Love. Exactly. Yeah, so how does it go? Those who have eyes to see, those who have ears to hear, be blessed. But since we're blessed, we have to be the watchmen. We have to cry out. We got to tell everybody, because if we don't cry out, the blood is on our hands. Yeah. So, really don't have much more news, except I was going to try to give a timeline. Let me see. Personally, I don't think nothing's going to happen before Saturday. Yeah, that bubble, right. And that bubble, they're going to keep that bubble up probably till sometime in December. That bubble's going to pop. That bubble's going to pop. The everything bubble. Everything's coming down. The whole house is coming down. And bombs are going to be flying. Bombs away. So while they're entertaining us, football game tonight, I didn't even watch. The Cowboys. I'm in Texas. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The Cowboys versus the Saints. I don't know who won. I didn't watch. And then there's a UFC fight tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's going to be a good one. Kamaru Usman. He's from Nigeria, but he fights out of Fort Worth, and I think he's undefeated. Oh yeah, I definitely want to see that. But my mind is on what's that? What? I can't be entertained. Even if I watch it, I'll be entertained. But I'm going to be watching. My mind is on this. And then there's another UFC fight this Saturday. UFC usually have, once every 1 month, one a month, or one every 2-3 months. No, they picked it up this year. Almost every weekend, sometimes twice. Like I said, it's one Friday, it's one Saturday. And not only that, is it a UFC on Saturday, it's a boxing match between undefeated Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury. So, we're really being entertained right now. We're really being, don't watch what's going on. Look at this entertainment. Don't pay attention to the everything else. They want you to be entertained. Yes, Jerry Love, exactly. Yeah, because when we think it's not happening, it's when it's gonna happen. So we gotta watch and pray. So I guess this is the last ditch effort. Try to wake your friends and family up. At least the more people you can wake up, the more people you can get on your side, because shock is real. Shock is real. If something happens and people aren't prepared for it, they'll freeze. I can't believe it happened. You're going to be talking to them. Come on, let's go. They're just going to sit there. It was a story. I can't remember. I may have heard it on True News. I went about some forest fires that happened, and the guy saw the fire coming close to his property in his house, and he just sat down on the couch and they were trying to, let's go, let's get out. He just was he was just looking into the fire as it comes, house catching on fire. He's sitting on the couch. He's in a state of shock. Definitely, Jerry Love. That's the best way. Because I read 1 Kings, Elijah the Tishbite had to go against the government. He wasn't able to prep. Ravens fed him. When the ravens got through feeding him, God sent him to the widow. Ate good over there. After that, he had to go into hiding because he called fire down to kill the prophets of Baal. A captain of 50 come to get him. He called fire down and killed him. Another captain of 50 come to get him. Called fire down to kill him. A third posse of 50 and the captain come to get him. And this time the captain came up to him and got on his knees and said, please, sir. He said, please, sir, don't kill these men. Don't kill me. We just following our orders. And the angel of the Lord told him, yeah, go with him. And he went with him. Nothing happened to him. And he told the king the message that, was for him. But yeah, do what you can, because if you remember when the children of Israel were leaving, God fed them with manna from heaven. Manna from heaven every day. But it stopped once they were able to feed themselves. It's not magic. God is not a genie. It's not you just rub the belly of the lamp and just chill out. Oh, man. God, I want breakfast in bed this morning. Rub the lamp, and there it is. No. But when times get hard like this and you can't do it, God will do it. Until you get to a point to where you can do it for yourself, then, hey, it's on you. It's on you, baby. Anyway, guys, it's been good talking to y'all. I want y'all to think about it. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Two witnesses. Now, so we already know that the anti is on the scene, laying in the background. So that means the two witnesses are here too. Yes, Jerry Love, go ahead with the question. So yeah, the two witnesses are here too, and we know what to expect. We're gonna fight. There's a verse in Daniel that's saying, "Those who know their God shall be strong and do exploits." So we're not gonna be powerless. It did say the anti is gonna wear us out, but that's because he gonna have so many people against us. Yeah, I watch Marfugel. Matter of fact, someone found my show the other day when I had the mask on, and they said, "I'm glad you found you, brother." Said someone posted your video on Marfugel's Facebook page. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that's great, great, excellent, excellent. So thank y'all for that. All right. Well, I definitely appreciate it. So we just have to keep the word out, spread the word. We have to be prepared for, I don't know what to prepare for. Everything's cocked and loaded. The bases are loaded. They're going to bring the house down. Everything all at once. So I feel sorry for people who were blessed to get a lot of money. And it's all in the bank. Well, when the bank closes, if you can't touch it, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Kiss it goodbye. It's theirs now. You can't bang on the door and make them give it to you. You can't be like, "Oh, I'm going to launch a lawsuit." Good luck with that. So you got to be ahead of the curve. You can't be behind the curve. It's better 1 minute too early than 1 minute too late. Yeah. So anyway, guys, do what you can to prep. And whatever you can't do, just pray. God will do the rest. All right. Well, appreciate it. Yeah, we got to go. And I'll keep y'all informed if I hear anything else. And y'all do the same. Love y'all. Praying for y'all. I know you pray for me. And pray for the president. Because if we have an Archduke Ferdinand thing go on, then it's going to hop off this weekend. So we definitely know that probably within the next 4 weeks. We may not even make it to Christmas before this thing gets us. Love you too, Jerry. Love. All right, so your host, Brian Anthony, Beyond Babbitt, over and out. Don't forget to fight.